So every unit produced from those two factories was crucial. He had to make those choices extremely well, and now we see the second machine shop on the two factories, so he's going to be producing strictly tanks here. But he forced Mine to build all those Goliaths, and now you look at how many tanks Lead is producing now because he's not producing Wraiths. So again, I have to say that that was a crucial moment because now he can produce all these factories, which I believe are going to come up in the next little bit here. And yeah, there's some for Mine, but he's going to produce some of his own. But yeah, so all those Goliaths are going to go to complete waste at the in the way of these tanks here that are, I believe, are going to win the game for Lita if it does come down to Lita winning the game here, because I do have to say that he is probably in a stronger position due to all the harassment he got off and what have you, and here he is taking the high ground there, setting up a tank there, really nice positioning there, I have to say, actually. That's pretty cool, using the map to his advantage here, and throwing up another expansion here, so it's looking almost like the exact same thing that he did in his first TBT.
Yeah, and it looks like Mind is throwing up a third too, but again, just like Baby, it's going to be significantly later than Lita's. And just now, Mind has 4 factories, and you're right, I did miscall the thing about the barracks. I thought I kind of tried to correct myself, but you know, it was already too late. I made a mistake. But yeah, just now getting his 4 factories up, and that's critical because he should have had those up within the first minute of his natural expansion being up, and he had to wait a really long time to be able to get the barracks and then get the factories, and that hurt him considerably. And Lita persisting with these raids, I think he's not actually trying to harass with them. He's just getting a full scout of exactly what's going on, and oh, he's actually going to the natural and picking off a few SCVs, but that's just a little micro thing. The grand scheme of things is that oh wow, that's huge. Lita picking off the SUV, building Mine's third. So Mine is going to be even more behind economically because Lita's third is up and running and probably happy and delightful right now, and Mine is just struggling to complete his. And a starport being built for Mine. And Lita's being really good with these 3. Just the 3 remaining raids are like precision instruments. He's not just trying to do harassment. It's like a scalpel. He's picking off the most key SCVs that Mind has into his name, and he's being really great with them. Oh, and it looks like a huge drop loading up. 4 dropships are gonna be going somewhere, and I'll let Greth tell you where.
Up Mines A. Yeah. The thing is, the thing Mines should have been doing is the thing we saw Lita himself. So now the drop going in, it's going to be massive. I'll let it play in the background as I narrate. What I was going to say was that Bye Baby tried to do the same thing, I believe, or am I mixing up fantasy, but it doesn't matter. When attacked by wraiths, build several turrets, and it will significantly reduce, oh my god, and a second wave of the drop as well, and the SCVs are coming in. This is looking ugly. But sadly, I think, yeah, I don't know how much damage it's been doing. It's been killing a lot of SCVs and a lot of forces here and the inside of the base, but some significant casualties for Lita here as well. I think that could have been a little bit more effective, but doesn't matter. Next wave's already on the way. It's probably going to be dropped right on the face of these siege tanks, so that will be the end of Mine's main. But like I said, a few turrets here and there. It's a huge investment, these raids. Every wraith is the same price as a tank, and you can see what tanks can do, right? So a few turrets here and there, just a little investment would have completely... the small group of wraiths wouldn't have been able to do that much damage. Mine's already sighing and puffing because, oh dear, I think he might have noticed that his main is missing. But yeah, that was just... that irritation, that those pecks of those wraiths, and that the laying of that expansion, and yada yada yada, all those little pinpricks added up to, well, this, a main full of tanks. So yeah, I think, and Lita defended the same thing when he was mirroring. So yeah, an engineering bay and a few turrets would have drastically reduced the effectiveness here.
Yeah, and there's bye-bye to the main, so, and a lot of supply depots lost as well, so that's going to delay the production yet again after the first delay in production having killed that barracks. Now he's going to be delayed even more. Lost like almost all of the SCVs, I think, mining at the main base here. He's trying to reproduce, but he's just getting those things popped left and right. and trying to clean this up. He might actually get in here and clean it up, but 4 more dropships on the way as well. These Goliaths trying to get in here, pick off this last tank. If he can get that last tank off, he can go in there and pick off the dropships, but no go. The dropships, actually, wow, dropships picking everything up and leaving. So, still an effective attack, though, I gotta say. He killed so many SCVs, as well as those supply depots. I'm not sure if he got a factory in there as well, but regardless, and triple upgrades on those machine shops, going down for Lita and getting scanned out there by Mind as well. He's probably like, what the shit is he upgrading on those things? I would have to assume that it's gotta be. It's Vulture Speed, Vulture Mines, and Goliath Range, so possibly looking to switch to Vulture Tech, I'm not sure. Or maybe this is like some kind of crazy pro game BM because you're just upgrading all the useless things that you're not going to use. I have no idea.
Tier 2 siege tank range.
Yeah, tier just he's upgrading mortar range right now. So yeah, and a science facility going down here for Mind in the backfield. And yeah, looking pretty desperate though after that attack, and a 4th base going up for Lita. Although I do have to say that Mind cleaned that up pretty good, although the losses I think were definitely worth the attack. Still though, I think Lita could have pushed that one home.
Yeah, Mind definitely did sustain heavy losses, and as a result, he's really behind. He's trying to do a little dropping of his own, but he only has 1 dropship. Didn't get those 2 ports up, unlike Lita, who apparently gets 2 ports up every game. And we're getting a shot of Mind's first-person view. Don't be confused by the fact that he is now teal instead of purple. But you can see Mind has 3 bases, and it looks like he knows about four of Lita's bases, but he doesn't see the 5th, and it looks like 6, or no, just 5th going up at the 3 o'clock. This is now we get to see how fast Lita's moving. Oh, I really wish those things would last longer. They're disorienting, and then they have them for like 5 seconds. And yeah, so Lita's throwing up a 5th base, which is just going to cement his lead. And one thing that I've already learned from this game is that when Lita was evacuating that drop that he had in the main, he left 1 tank behind so that the Goliath wouldn't pick off any dropships. That's such a nice move, and it's one of the things that demonstrates that Lita's just like a little bit better than all the other Terrans that he's played today. And as a result, I think this game's slipping away from Mind. He lost a huge amount of. He's putting all kinds of turrets up to prevent that from happening again. But Lita's just like pushing. I don't even know what's going down here at the bottom left, but there's like 1 tank and Lita's going to go kill it. He's produced a lot of vultures, has like completely switched his production. He's got a lot of factories, most of which don't have machine shops, and he's going to be producing a lot of vultures or a lot of Goliaths in this game, but for now it looks like a ton of vultures. So Mind's going to have to worry about mines all around, going to have to worry about it being a trap.